Hello, welcome back everyone. Now in this video, we're going to discuss about translate and replace function in detail. So we will understand what is the difference between translate and function with the help of some definitions, some syntax, the industry application and which one is the more optimized. So this video will be detailed one. So stay tuned with that. You will learn a lots of things from this video. Let's begin. First of all, coming to the definition. The translate function it is used to replace the character in a string based on one-to-one mapping. So what does one-to-one mapping means? Don't worry about that. I'll explain you with the help of a few examples. So it will easy to understand the concept behind that. The translate function is allows you to replace a multiple character at once. So with the help of translate function, we can replace a multiple special character at once. So what is the basic syntax of translate function? It comprises of three parameters. First is input string, second is character to replace, and third is a replacement character. So let's understand this. I have written some simple code for translate function and let's execute this. The first is the input string. Here the input string is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The character is 1, 2, 3, and we want to replace 1, 2, 3 with ABC. So here we are replacing 1, 2, 3 with ABC. But why we are using translate function? So with the help of translate function, what it is doing one-to-one mapping, as you have seen the definition too. So it is replacing 1 with A, 2 with B, and 3 with C. So it is replacing a character by character, not a string or a substring. Okay. So this is a basic foundation of translate function. Now let's understand the basic definition of replace function too. So the replace function is used to replace all occurrence of a specific substring within a string with another substring. So here in the replace function, we are not replacing character, but we are replacing a substring. So this is a basic syntax of replace function. It also comprises of three parameters. First is input string, second is string to replace, and third is a replacement string. Now let's take an example, a simpler one to understand the syntax. Here we're having input string as apple, banana, apple. The string to replace means we want apple to be replaced with orange. So where the apple is coming, we want it should be replaced with orange. Just like this. Like here apple is coming, it should be replaced with orange and here also. Now let's execute this and understand it. Here it is giving the same output. So here we have replaced the substring like apple with the orange, and in the translate function we have replaced a character with a character. So this is a basic definition with some quick examples. Now let's dive into the industry application of both of this function. Now let's take a scenario like you're working for a big data company and you need to just do a small sanitization process of data. Like your usernames contains various kind of unwanted characters and special characters. So how you will remove that? Just take an example of a name like I'm just copying it like this. Here the name is John. It is having 1, 2 and 3 special characters. And we want the name should be changed with like this. Means we want to remove this. We want remove this and this also. Okay. So how can we do this? The first approach that we will think is that we can directly use the replace function. Okay. Like select replace. This is first string. Okay. This is input string. And we want at the rate should be replaced by a blank space. Correct. Let's see this. What we will see in the output. Yep, at that it is removed. But now what we want the add another special character. It should also be removed. Okay, like this one. Just copy it. Just paste it here. and it will also remove. Let's close the bracket and let's execute this. Okay. Oh, we need one more step. Okay, let's do this. And we want that hash also be removed with the help of double single space blah. And let's close the bracket. So you have seen that we're having a three special characters and we have used replace function three times. But how we can have a function that do this thing in one go? Okay. So what we can do, we can just use translate function for this kind of scenarios. Okay. Like how can we do this? If I write select translate and what we want this name. Let's copy this name input string and we want this three special characters like at the rate exclamation mark in hash should be removed with single space. Okay. So it will work or not? Just think about that. It will not work because here we are replacing three character with one character. So the argument should be same like 1, 2, and 3. It should be replaced by three character only. As you can see that it has been replaced like John, no, and the special character has been removed. Here we are seeing the double space. So that we can remove simply by using the replace function. So we will not make it more complex. Double space. So let's remove the single space. Okay. Now let's execute this. Okay, now everything's fine. So we have two approaches. One is the replace function and one is with the translate function. So for this scenario, the translate function is working properly because we can have multiple special character too. But with the help of translate function, we can just replace it in a one go. Okay. So this is the basic application and use case of translate and replace function. So we need to keep in mind that in which scenario we want to replace it. Now, let's take an example like here, if we want to replace 1, 2, and 3. So we don't have any privilege to use translate function. We have to use replace function only like this. If we want, then 1 should be replaced with a string 1 and so on. And 2 with 2 and 3 with 3. Now we can use replace function. But for that scenario, we can directly use the translate function. Okay. Now execute this. So it will be more clear. Okay. So what we have learned from this session, that we will learn that for the scenarios of translate, if we want to replace a character with a character, then we can use a translate function. It will be more optimized for that scenarios. Like if we have bundles of special characters and we want to replace it, then translate will work more properly. But for the scenarios when we're having substrings, then we can go for the replace function. Here translate will not work properly. Like just like I've showcased with the few example for the John ones. So I hope so that you understand this concept of translate and replace. Just giving a small summary of about both of this function is that translate is used to replace an individual character by itself, like one-to-one mapping. But a replace function is used for replacing a substring or a whole word in a string. Okay, so this is a basic difference between translate and replace with the help of some few examples. I hope so that you understand this concept. If you like my content, then please like, share, and subscribe among your friends. It's gonna motivate me to just produce some more insightful videos for you. Thank you everyone for watching this. Stay tuned with me. Thank you everyone.